It is finally complete. You probably know exactly what I'm talking about if you've been here for the past couple of episodes. The Great Pit has been completed. Oh my word. That's a lot of mobs. But in any case, it is in fact completed. I finished excavating it just earlier today. This was about 100,000 blocks to simply dig, and then I had to take over 1,000 of the cobbled deep slate to place at the bottom, and all the caves and holes on the sides I had to patch up and everything. So it took over 100,000 blocks to complete this project. And I want to focus on this today because it is now time to let you in on the plan for this ginormous project. I'll explain while I'm going to bed. Basically, the plan for this great hole is I'm going to turn it into a gladiator ring, so to speak. So anytime someone on the server wants to have a duel, or if they want to prepare for an epic fight against the Ender Dragon, or a Wither, or something like that, they can prepare for it here. So what we're going to do today is we're going to prep this place into an arena. And Josh gave me a great idea for a name. I was simply going to call it The Pit, kind of like a dramatic The Pit. But instead, Josh told me to call it the Coliseum, and I think that is a fantastic name for it. So this is the Coliseum. Now I'm going to walk you through basically the process of what I want to do with said Coliseum. In the center down there, we're going to have an actual ring, almost like a boxing ring. And surrounding the outsides, all around here, we're going to have like random obstacles, so to speak. So for example, if we take this white concrete and we go like this, maybe we'll just have stuff like this going all the way around. So an opponent can exit the ring and like duel around here, you know, so it's kind of like traditional in the center and completely non-traditional fighting around the edge. And we'll maybe put seats on the top, and it's gonna be awesome. Now the main question is, how are we going to get up and down this place? Well, I was thinking of a bubble elevator would be the simplest way to do this. So if I put a bubble elevator on one side and a bubble elevator on the other side, that should just in fact do the trick. So I was going to use glass panes because that seems to make the most sense to me. But if we literally just go all the way up like this, and then we're going to have to put some soul sand at the bottom of this one, because this one will take us up. Actually, no, this one should be the one that take us down. This one will take us down, so I need a magma cube, or no, a magma block, something like that. And on the other one, I need some soul sand. Alright, so I'll get back to you as soon as I finish putting up all of these countless glass panes. Okay, I got all the stuff that I needed to get, and these are now set up. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig one block right here, and put my magma block right there. Now, if I take my water bucket, and I go... Actually, I'm going to have to go all the way up, but when I do that, what it will essentially do is it will create a current that will pull it downwards. Now, I'm not 100% positive if I need to get... this kelp involved yet, but we will see. And this is very annoying. I made it to the top. Look, look, look. We got a wandering trader. Let's see if he has anything good for us today. Some dyes, and that's it. Alright. You're gonna go down there. Hey, 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 hey. Don't spit at me. Stop spitting at me. Okay, the water is in place. Now, it does appear that I will need to use the kelp, so I'm very glad that I got the kelp. Basically what the kelp does is it makes all the water blocks water source blocks, because currently they're not. Only this top one here is a water source block at the moment. So I have to put all of this kelp up in order for that to change. That way, this bubble elevator will drag everyone down, and the other bubble elevator will drag everyone up. Now we take the block, put it right there, and just like that, as it's raining kelp, all of these blocks, look at that, I can see the bubbles. It's pulling everything downwards. So if we go in here, it'll pull us downwards. That is really good. Now we just have to do that to the other side. Ta-da! We have our bubble elevator. This one should take us up. Up we go, shooting high up into the sky. Perfect. And it does seem a little inconvenient that you have to go all the way over here to go down, but I don't feel like making a bunch of these going all the way around, so we're just going to have these two. This one should drag you downwards if I just step foot in here. It's not incredibly slow. In fact, it would be faster if I just jumped or if I swam down instead. But, you know, it just looks cool. So now we have that. The next step is to make the center ring, and I'm thinking if we make that out of stone bricks, that would look pretty cool. I want to make it centralized in here, so let's do a quick time lapse as I figure this out. Literally just stairs and a main platform. It's a little smaller than I had originally intended, but looking at it from up here, this does about make sense. Now we will be fighting out here as well. I'm going to be adding a bunch of obstacles and a bunch of other things. Lots of them will include things with white concrete. So for example, we could just do 1, and then we could go 1, 2, and then we could go 1, 2, 3, like that. So someone could, if they were running away from somebody else, they could jump sprint, not like that. They could jump sprint to the top here, like this. And then they could, I mean, they probably couldn't avoid the other person's attack, so maybe we should do another one? I mean, what could another one hurt, you know? If we go 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Now you could really avoid someone's attacks, and if they want to chase you, they have to go up there. And we'll have a bunch of other barriers like that. So like 1, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and we'll just kind of go all the way around like this with several different things, and I will show you those things right now. So here's the first part. We have all of this white concrete is basically simple little obstacles that you would typically use for climbing. You could either jump down on your opponent or other things of that sort. The next thing I'm doing is I'm putting shroom light all the way around because, let's face it, this place can get filled with mobs overnight, and I would not I would not like it if we were in the middle of a fight and all of a sudden a zombie popped out of nowhere. So we gotta fill this place in, light it up a little bit, and continue. right here in the center, we're going to put 2 chests, completely identical. This will house any of the weapons that they will need. So we're going to put 2 swords in here, in each one. They shouldn't need them, but just in case the durability on one breaks. We're also going to put 2 bows. So we got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then I'm going to take 10 arrows. No, I'll just do all 32, because why not? That's all they will need. You're thinking, what about food? Well, I have emeralds in my hand right now. I'm going to go trade with some villagers. I haven't traded that much since the last episode, to be completely honest. I probably should have done a little bit more, but I was a little lazy. And I was also digging out this giant pit, so what can I say? Now that I'm thinking about it, I think it would be awesome if everyone on this server had an inside joke that only we knew and the audience knew. If there's an inside joke or something that you can think of that you think could work for this, comment that down below, because I could really use a good laugh right about now, and I'm sure everyone else could too. Alright, what do you got for me? Some apples. I will take those apples. 36 apples should definitely do the trick. So we're going to split that in half, which would equal 18 for both sides. Now, you might be wondering, is this going to be all for one fight? And the answer is no. These weapons should, well, these weapons and this food should last several duels, because let's be honest, I don't think any of us are absolutely outstanding at PvP. But here's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to see if I can get somebody to duel me tonight, just to see if I can test it. If I'm not able to get someone to test it tonight, then that's okay. And the apples go in the chest. We're just going to put them awkwardly there in the corner. That works. So with that being said, now I'm just going to see if anyone will hop on. Alright, right now I'm just adding some last little touches to this thing. Mainly lava source blocks that I'm really hoping don't go wrong. Basically how this works is it go like this. And theoretically, that should work out just fine. Yes, I know I have a lot of buckets. I had to craft a lot of these things. That should reach down there. There shouldn't be one over here. I'm very nervous. And there's a creeper down there. I'm not putting one there, because there's water that I placed there already. I'm hoping it'll look kind of cool, at least at night. I'm not sure if it'll look cool at any other part of the day. Okay, I think we got them all. Like I said, I'm not putting one here, because I got water there. But I think that looks really cool. I think we should wait for nighttime to sign off, because I think that's when it will look like it's at its coolest point. But, I mean, look at this, guys. Look how massive this place is. We have all these obstacles, all these difficulties, all these hindrances, and at the same time, some things that can also help you. And whenever someone and I do end up fighting, I will in fact record that, because that is definitely video worthy. Let's go back up to the surface so we can end off the video, but we're also going to wait for our nighttime. I spy with my little eye the moon, and not the sun, which means it's time to end off the video. So yes, this looks so incredibly cool from up here. I'll probably still do some messing around with it, try and make the lava look a little less ugly up here at the top, maybe add some little things at the bottom, but for the most part it shouldn't change that much. What about the walls? Well, I'm going to keep the walls for 2 reasons. One, seeing all the different layers like this will make it look a lot deeper, and number 2, I'm lazy. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video.